Commissioners, your meeting is live.
Good morning. Welcome to the November 24th meeting of the Riley County Commission. Please stand and join the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Go ahead. Public comments.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Shannon Sterling with the REACH Committee, and I'm here to present Employee of the Month for December. And
These people aren't all here just to see us.
sorry, not this time.
Before we don't get to talk.
See, there you go.
Yeah, you got to talk.
I can get them here. You just need to feed them. All right, so the Employee of the Month was nominated by the Public Works Administrative Staff. And they said they would proudly nominate Viola Von Parts for Employee of the Month. Viola is a shining example of positivity and dedication. She is always welcoming and cheerful, greeting everyone she sees with a warm smile and kind words. Her uplifting attitude brings a sense of encouragement and joy to the workplace each day. She is responsible for maintaining 9 buildings, 3 of which house 2 separate crew facilities, each with their own bathrooms, showers, offices, and break rooms. Despite the demanding scope of her responsibilities, she performs her duties with exceptional pride and attention to detail. She works diligently to ensure that every space is spotless and that her coworkers enjoy a clean, comfortable work environment. She is always on the move, leaving no corner untouched, and her efforts never go unnoticed. She has phenomenal attitude and strong work ethic and commitment to excellence that make her a true deserving candidate of Employee of the Month. We'd like to recognize her at this time. Take a couple of pictures too. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple of photos with the commissioners and then usually send the flags. This is like the. Did you suspect? No. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's right here. You know, it's
We'll take whatever they Yeah, she gave me some, I got some started. I think it'll go.
They make nice plans.
Any other public comments? I'll go to the commissioners.
Okay, well, not really a lot going on for the end of the week, although I did within reason on came in Friday morning. Brandon Peoples was filling in for Mike Matson, so it actually felt like more like in focus instead of within reason. Pretty much the same thing over the hour. We discussed taxes, budget, strategic and comprehensive planning, just to name a few topics over the course of an hour. And yeah, it went as it usually does. Friday, I listened to the Manhattan High football game on the radio. The Indians smashed Derby. Pretty good. 38-7. They reached the state championship game for the 2nd straight year. And the 3rd time for the 4 years overall. Games Saturday. I don't catch what time. You can afternoon sometime in Emporia. versus Olathe Northwest, who's making their first appearance. But we'll see how that goes. It's like a pretty good matchup, I think. It's gonna be a pretty good game. Saturday, I watched K-State lose a nail biter to Utah. I think I'm pretty close to just giving up on college football. It's just across the board. It's just, I don't know. Really should have won. The refs made some really skeptical calls. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
But we were there in the fourth quarter and really probably should have won, but leaves us up for 5-6 with Colorado left at home. So hopefully we get to 6 and some pre-Christmas bowl game, I guess. I think it's going to be an interesting offseason, to say the least. Sunday, as we were talking earlier, watched Jacksonville win an overtime game against Arizona. That was back and forth the entire game, pretty much. So it was against Arizona, kind of makes you wonder a little bit. But they are 7-4 and just a game back in the AFC South, and still currently hold that last playoff spot for the moment. So just got to keep winning. We got 2 against the Colts and the Broncos that coming too. So see how it goes. It's like the Chiefs won yesterday. Came back.
Thank God. It was close.
I couldn't take another foot.
Hence the cut and the tie. That's right.
No, looks like that's, they might be wearing that on Monday morning, left, I guess.
I knew it wasn't pre-Christmas tie.
Yeah, anyway, that's all I've got this morning.
Well, let's see, Friday I helped with the Thanksgiving meal distribution at Hy-Vee. With some of the health department's FCRC facilitators. They did a really great job in organizing and getting the meals out. And then, a lot of people, it was from 9 until 11. So I think a lot of people were working and didn't show up. So they get on the phone and they text them and do all this stuff. So it was really a good experience to see people and give them their meals. Good meals in there. We paid about $50 a meal for those. And, looking at it, they had really a nice selection of good Thanksgiving. There was some in ham and some turkey. So it looked really good. So, but there were some boxes not picked up. So Hy-Vee was going to put them in one of their freezers until we got them distributed. Anyway, then Saturday I caught up on some shopping and household chores before watching the K-State Utah game. A pretty exciting game, but we didn't end up with a winning score, which, I agree. There were calls that were missed by the refs, really blatant kind of calls. Some of them really, I don't know, but it was a tough game. Utah isn't really a good team. I think we did really well against them. Sunday, went to church, took the dog for a real long walk at the park. Also did some decorating and reviewed today's agenda and documents and a few other things that were coming up. So that's it.
Yep. Thursday afternoon, I met with Trent Armbrust of the K-State Foundation. He went over what the next phase of the Edge District is going to include. Property on the northwest corner of Kimball and College was rezoned from educational to commercial last week. And the area is going to include a hotel, condos, and restaurants, and they plan to start construction in 26. I had questions that he could answer most of them. He had a few that he wasn't sure about. He's supposed to be getting back to me on a couple of questions on some of that stuff.
So those will go back on the tax roll. It's commercial.
Yes, they will go on. Well, it's not the ones that are there now. It's
Yeah.
what will be on the tax. Well, no, of course not. They're getting IRBs and tips and like that.
Now, eventually, it's land. Never thought,
Yeah,
I heard that. I was wondering.
there's a lot. He said he was going to get contact you guys too.
I've got a meeting with him later.
Then a weekend of close losses for the K-State teams. The women's basketball lost by 3 to Green Bay. Men's basketball lost to Nebraska by 1. The football team lost by 4 to the
Yeah,
structure.
rough weekend on athletics.
To striped shirts,
Yeah,
basically.
that's all I've got.
Ready for business, commissioners? If I don't have any motion to approve final change order for University Water Fire Station Utility Extension by LLC in the amount of production $1,190 for project cost $90,370.
Well, I would make a motion to approve the change order to reduce total project cost to $92,630 for the University Park Fire Station.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded to approve the change order to reduce the total project cost on University Park utilities to $92,630. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair, please sign. You. Next, commission, we need motion to approve small business Saturday proclamation.
I'll make a motion to approve the small business Saturday proclamation.
I would second.
Moved and seconded to approve the small business Saturday proclamation. All in favor?
Aye.
All three, please sign. Motion to approve actual correction.
What years are these for?
25.
Just 25.
This was 25, this was, I think it was 25.
Okay.
Yeah, 25.
I would make a motion to approve the tax roll corrections as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded to approve the actual corrections. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair, please sign.
Get this one done.
Yeah.
Commissioners, we need a motion on Valley County Employee Action Form for Ellen Zavelia Chase, rehire, she's a health nurse. Pardue, new hire, volunteer firefighter, fire district number 1, Alex Robinson, new hire, volunteer firefighter, fire district.
Yeah, I mentioned that illness. Yeah. Good morning, Commissioners. I just wanted to remind you that the Helena Zavala Chase is the seasonal nurse position that you approved previously. It's something we hadn't done before. She's a rehire. This pay rate is the one that you approved several months ago, and it is a consideration of what she was earning at the time, plus some calculation for benefits because she's not a full-time employee now. She's an as-needed. It's currently approved till January 30th. And Diane may come back to you to ask for an extension. Helena is available a little bit longer, but we're just not at that point yet.
Need a motion, I'll make a motion to approve the Riley County action forms as listed.
I would second that.
Been moved and seconded to approve the requested Raleigh County employee action forms. All in favor?
Aye.
All three, please sign. Any, discussion on the county officials function, share the topic.
It's also scheduled for December. Always up on track.
What was that?
It's tentatively scheduled for December 8th.
Oh, gotcha. We hold one or? Fine.
I think it's,
See, what was it that they wanted to discuss something this week?
Well, that was originally the evaluation, but this has been discussed.
Yeah.
It's been discussed. That's the week of KAC.
yeah.
But well, no.
Yeah, we
Well,
are.
it's Tuesday on Monday, Tuesday for Tuesday days. No topics?
That I can think of.
Do the department heads have any topics?
Only when they had it on.
Yeah, that's the only significant thing I can think of that's working its way through.
What are we doing our legislative thing?
Simple.
Okay, commissioners, need a motion to approve the payroll and accounts payable.
I would make a motion to approve payroll and accounts payable.
Second.
And then seconded to approve payroll and accounts payable for November 28th, 2025. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, any changes to the minutes, commissioners?
I didn't see any.
The motion.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes as written from the November 20th meeting of the Router County Commission.
I would second that.
Been moved and seconded to approve minutes of the November 20th meeting. All in favor?
Tentative agendas with commissioners. Items for next week's press conference. If not, yeah, executive session, not talking.
Yeah, really. Not waste that out in the hand. Just gonna be just. One back 2 chairs.
One will be a week from one of those.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It is? I thought it was. Yeah, because I'm not gonna be available past this afternoon. Okay. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, that's the other question. Well, that's weird.
Captain didn't win the pot of gold this week, so.
I did.
Now it was close. You were the closest of them far away.
Okay.
It's about like last week's, that nobody was close, but
Yeah, I thought it'd be, well, it was getting close. I mean. Huh. So, we've got one more game, right?
Yeah, no one can catch you. You're way ahead. Unless.
That's
You don't know nothing on the catcher.
oh,
Well, that's the minister also. Should, this should be for money.
yeah.
Careful which one. Yeah, then I lose with her.
We'd be making different calls for money. It was my heart on these, but
It's just kind of trying. I mean, it was, last week was a tough. I just don't like to bet against K-State. I kept hoping it was gonna go the other way. I was yelling. Or TV was. So.
My knees did a whole snap, crackle, pop when I stood up. That wasn't good.
Everybody's ready to go.
Here's your hat. What's your hurry?
Right. So this with all that. The county commissioners, including Chairman McKinley, Vice Chair Foki, and Commissioner Ford, with Jacob Hanson, County Counselor, attorney for the commission, and Elizabeth Ward, Human Resource Director, recess into executive session pursuant to the non-elected personnel matters exception to the Kansas Open Meetings Act in order to evaluate the performance of department heads in the open meeting to resume in the county commission chamber at 9:15 a.m.
I would second that.
The moved and seconded for the county commission to recess into executive session, reasons previously stated under the non-elected personnel matters exception in the Kansas Open Meeting. All in favor?
Aye. Commissioners come out of executive session.
Second, that.
Been moved and seconded, the Board of County Commissioners come out of executive session. All in favor?
I'll move that the record reflect action shall be taken consistent with the consensus reached in executive session.
Second, that.
Been moved and seconded, the record reflect action shall be taken consistent with the consensus reached in executive session. All in favor?
Aye.
You want to display? Or you just, okay, that pencil.
Right,
No, that's-
let's go ahead.
Yeah.
Good morning. So my updates are that in 2025, we've admitted 6 new clients into day services and 7 into residential, and then 2 new clients to case management. We have 4 in process for day services, and 1 in process for residential, and then 2 offers out for both day and res. And then we're preparing for 1 more, and at that point, we will be full, as many as we can serve. So we would like to take in more, but staffing continues to be a concern. So the statewide funding waitlist for funding as of November 17th was 4,739 people. That's 123 in our 4-county catchment area. And the wait list remains over 8 years. I just looked it up this morning, but there's 9,724 people in services. So it's just under half of the people in services are waiting, So KDADS is continuing to work on that community support waiver that caps funding at $20,000 a year to hopefully take some of those people off the wait list. I continue to have concerns that the individuals that will be providing those services under the community support waiver is the same labor pool that we're struggling to find people for. So we currently are at 173 staff members with about 89 openings, about 40 full-time equivalencies of staff openings. So that's concerning as to what's going to happen with community support waiver. Unless we build capacity in our state, it's just moving some people around and then not really making a meaningful impact. The community support waivers implementation is targeted for fall of 2026. For transportation, we purchased a new minivan, so that concludes the purchases we planned with Grow Green with the 15-passenger van and now the minivan. So our Raise the Roof capital project, we raised over our 2 million goal, and we just had a new HVAC unit installed, and we had a new breaker to be installed, but it's been postponed twice, still waiting on parts. So hopefully that'll be done next month or so. And we're in the planning process for interior remodeling that needs to be done with the remaining of those funds. For fundraising, right now we're in full fundraising mode for our annual giving campaign. Our goal is to raise $90,000 by the end of 2025, and that is part of the big improvement, kind of modeled after home improvement. So if you see our ads, they're pretty cool. But we serve 114 individuals in our group homes, and maintenance and home improvements are challenges for any home, and we own 17 homes. So there's some much needed remodeling that needs to happen. And also we serve our clients all the way through their adult life. So as they age, there's remodeling that needs to happen to make sure that their homes stay accessible enough for them to remain with us. So the funding changes are still really in flux. They had put into place that bridge rate that was kind of a middle of the road rate for anybody new coming into services. And that's supposed to expire June 30th. KDADS says a new rate is unlikely by July 1st, and that in a timeline, they said it's uncertain at this time. So we're still really unsure as to what's going to happen with our funding starting July 1. And they're still working on unbundling day services. I know I've talked about that previously. They originally were looking at 7 different categories of services. They've reduced that to 3, but there's no rates being disclosed yet as to what that will impact with our funding either. TCM conflict of interest. I've been working with the policy alignment team with KDADs and other stakeholders across the state to work on the separation of case management and service provision. So it is, CMS has identified it as a conflict of interest for our case managers to be employed by Big Lakes while to clients who are also in services at Big Lakes. So we're working, kind of identifying how to divide that and have an exception for only qualified and willing providers in the area. We currently serve just under 200 in case management, and over half of them would be in that conflict. What we're working on with community support waiver is planned to be applied to our current waiver in the future. So they plan by starting in 2029 with waiver renewal to have that addressed for people or clients in our services that would be in that conflict. So it's an interesting time to see how that will go moving forward. The exciting thing that we're working on is we're starting a smart living initiative. We're expanding the use of technology in our service delivery. This effort will help us to serve more individuals with fewer staffing demands while really focusing on increasing independence and choice and safety. We're working currently on assessing what clients would be appropriate and what settings would be appropriate for the use of this technology, and then what sensors and devices would be most applicable to them. We were grateful to be a part of a grant that the state put out, working with Shiftability on this whole process. So that's kind of a new exciting venture for us. And that's all I have for my update. Did you have any questions? No. All right, thank you. You too. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks. It's 9:30.
Is today Sparkle Shoes today?
Yeah.
I didn't get the memo. I forgot mine.
Did you see mine?
That would be something.
I didn't know clerk's office is doing that today.
It's healing.
No.
People are in the circle. I'll just walk a lot, I'll be kidding. I like wearing these shoes. Yeah. I just, you're all Taylor all day. Yeah, they'll okay, that's fine.
No, thank you. I appreciate that.
I can tell your face is really good.
Well, good luck finding them my size. It's the same.
Over the jazz.
That sounds like a challenge.
I know. I'm sure. We'll have to see what you want.
Their daughters, oldest daughters in Kansas City.
Kansas City.
And
Good.
there's gonna be a crowd. There's Grace is her oldest daughter, which graduated last year from Park University, but her roommate still, that she had for several years, is still there. She's from Spain, so she doesn't get to go home.
Yeah, for sure.
So she comes in, her boyfriend's from, I think, Puerto Rico, so he can't get home, so he's coming in. And then because of that, there's several other international students that they're friends with that she said there's several coming to this thing. And like I say, her, the girl from Spain, Mariana, that's been several times. I mean, we got to know her for so many years. She's going to do a lot of stuff.
Be fun.
Yeah. And then she always, in the summer, she stores her stuff in their garage when she goes home. Actually, Grace went over there not this summer, the summer before, she went visited her.
That'd be neat to go and see.
She said, "Well,
Not a place I'll probably ever go, but I would. There'd be cheap.
they live on the coast somewhere. I don't know which coast, but they live on the coast.
That'd be neat. Like going to different places like that and trying not to keep authentic food. That'd be neat.
Because her other roommate was, no, she still is, I guess, in the basketball team. Never asked her how she ended up here in Spain.
It's amazing how the recruiting, they look at everything. They look at everything. Even as a lineman, you can sign, or just committed to this person kind of things. Change and talk to you guys about it. Looks like, we're getting one from another country. Yeah.
We used to occasionally get those Samoan benefits, but we haven't in a while.
Yeah, we don't have a small connection anymore. There used to be the go days, knew the go neighbors on staff there. And always the lawyers who run his stuff. His son makes school.
They're good Polynesian cooks too. My son played over at Wamego, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. He was a big dude.
Yeah.
Rich, should we able to just email them and said that they're on their way and they were.
Okay.
Just so you know.
He thought it's just right down the block.
They ain't having all the goose.
Better not take Anderson.
Shoot.
It's probably got
Might have been avoiding Henderson for several weeks
Yeah.
anyway.
You probably going around.
Maybe that's or Larson, maybe saying to stay.
Oh, your chest conference?
Oh, yeah.
Well, right, like after we were able to get out of our neighborhoods relatively easily this spring. But
So they didn't patch the gap between the two levels.
Oh, no.
The street, the regular street and the asphalted, it's like this big of a drop. It's always been bad, but now it's like,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, go ahead and do your thing, yeah.
well, it was a mess, right?
Good morning, Commissioners. Anna Burson with the Riley County Appraiser's Office. Riley County will be launching a new online property information portal on December 1st. The Beacon platform provided by Schneider Geospatial will replace the county's current parcel search system. The existing site will remain available through December 30th to allow time for a smooth transition. County staff selected Beacon after a review of available options. Beacon offers improved usability, expanded search functions, and access to property data that is easier to read. The change also supports the county's efforts to provide more transparent information without increasing the cost to the public. Beacon delivers clearer, more accessible information to the public with enhanced tools. It allows us to provide additional features at no added cost while significantly improving the user experience. So key public features of Beacon include property valuation and assessment information, advanced search tools and detailed property reports, interactive GIS map and aerial imagery, downloadable and printable property record cards, property tax information, including a distribution chart showing where your tax dollars go. In addition, comparable sales reports will be available to the public for the 30 days from the date valuation notices are mailed. This information was not available through our prior parcel search and will be a useful tool for property owners. Statutorily authorized subscribers, including financial institutions involved in mortgage lending, may apply for the paid access to the sales. Current subscribers are being contacted via email with instructions on how to gain access to the new site. It's important to note Beacon software does not replace GIS functions, but rather relies on the excellent work already done by our GIS department to provide easy access to property data. Beginning December 1st, users can access Beacon through the parcel search link on the appraiser's page of the Riley County website. For more information, or if users discover information not displaying correctly, we are encouraging them to contact the Riley County Appraiser's Office at 785-537-6310 or visit www.rileycountyks.gov. The Riley County Appraiser's Office is responsible for discovering, listing, and valuing all real property and taxable personal property within the county. We do not control tax rates or tax bills. Local governing bodies determine the taxes each year. Thank you.
He said there was a couple other people walking out of the other location when they were walking out, and he thought it was over there.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Whoever's coming up to Sarah.
That's your funny.
Oh, sorry.
So we're going to the sign over there.
Yeah, there is.
Did you
There
look?
was. There was.
Huh. We went to your old location.
Well, come back in a couple of months when we hear we'll be back there, just to keep moving, just so you can't find us.
Good.
All right. All right, this is the Small Business Saturday proclamation. Whereas the small locally owned businesses of Riley County are vital to our county's economic health. Whereas locally owned businesses contribute to our unique and vibrant community character. Whereas the U.S. Small Business Association states that small businesses create 66% of net new local jobs. Whereas small businesses employ 47.5% of the employees in the private sector in the United States. Whereas with every $100 spent at a small local retailer, $68 will return to the community through taxes, payroll, and donations to local schools and charities. Whereas public awareness of the contribution made by Riley County's local business is the key to sustaining a healthy business climate. And whereas the people of Riley County are grateful to the small locally owned businesses of Riley County for their generous contributions to the quality of life we all enjoy. Whereas we join American Express, the U.S. Chamber, and other local chambers of commerce in supporting America's locally owned small business. Whereas the U.S. Senate and local elected officials in all 50 states now champion Small Business Saturday. Now, therefore, we, the Board of Riley County Commissioners, do hereby proclaim Saturday, November 29th, as Small Business Saturday in the county of Riley, Kansas, and urge all residents of Riley County to join the rest of America and do a portion of their holiday shopping at small, locally owned businesses.
Thank you.
I didn't know if you had any comments.
Sure. Microphone. My name is Sarah Larson, and I actually own two small businesses here in Manhattan. And our farm is also located in headquarters are here in Riley County. So we definitely embody all of the attributes that are listed off in here. And our small businesses here in this community are really the character of the people that run them. We put a lot of our own selves, obviously, into these businesses, and to give our best to our neighbors, our friends, and customers and clients coming in, and those from out of town as well, to put our best foot forward for the city of Manhattan and county and Riley County as well. So we do appreciate the recognition of Small Business Saturday. I know our locations of our businesses will be participating in Small Business Saturday on the west side and down on Points, and many other small businesses will be open on Small Business Saturday. So come out and shop. We kind of leave our businesses leave Black Friday to a lot of those big box retailers, but we really go for it on Small Business Saturday. So please come out, support your local businesses. As he said, those dollars stay right where they are. Through the support of our local communities, we are able to give back through various types of donations and also employ different members of the community as well. So thank you so much for your support.
Maybe you'll read the draft.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and this. Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you.
Scott? Yes, go ahead.
Is there a microphone just right there? Wow, that's amazing technology. That's great. Scott Voos with the Be Able Community Center
And my name's Jared Guerin. I'm the operations director at Be Able.
Yeah, and so this is our first time given a report of sorts. So bear with us, and we would love to speak about all of the phenomenal initiatives that we're a part of, but we don't want to bore you. We don't want to take too much time as well. Also, we would love if you all had ongoing suggestions on what is needed, what is pertinent, and things like that we could look to gather and portray that way. So specifically, the initiative is related to our form of supportive housing in our community, and propping up this undertaking, this arm of our organization has been a lengthy and arduous task. One thing that we identified about 2 years ago, which was a severe need in our community specifically, that we created a plan and rallied the troops around us, got a lot of support that way, did a lot of research into supportive housing, went through a lot of variations, did some comparisons as well. And we are blessed to have propped ours up beginning in the month of May. And currently we have 15 gentlemen living in our housing program. And also most recently, 2 weeks ago, we had our first graduate who was able to successfully complete our program and then transition into a year-long lease in Manhattan. And that's the epitome of what we're trying to do.
So launching in May, we've come a long way. Like you said, beginning in January, we hired our housing director. His name is Chad Wormstadt, a man who has walked in the place that the men that are coming through our housing program are currently walking. So he came out of incarceration, was given a second chance, got on his feet, started a new life. That was 20 years ago. And now he's walking other men through that same process. Launching in May with just a couple guys and one home. Over the summer, the renovation process has been completed. Actually, it was just completed fully on the third property 2 weeks ago. Last week, we got things moved in to the point where we started moving in men. Like you said, 15 men total right now with the capacity of 24. And we see ourselves probably moving into that capacity range December or January of this coming year. People may look at Be Able like there's kind of a free ride at Be Able, but it's far from the truth. It requires a tremendous commitment on behalf of these men coming through. Can you elaborate on what that commitment is?
Yeah, we most certainly could look around our room at Be Able every day, and there's people that are there who are homeless. Also, we are talking about just men. Keep in mind, we also recognize that there's females that are in need of housing. There's also single families or families in general. We had to start with a focus of men in the recovery world. The best practice is you cannot mix demographics or the chance of error just increases dramatically. So we wanted to create a program, start small. We do have visions in the future of almost franchising or replicating this model to offer it to females as well. So backing up, every day at Be Able, we have a whole host of individuals who are needing housing. However, not all of them are ready or good candidates to bring into our program. We are looking for men who are hungry for life change, who are committed to a sober and programic new way of life. So those are the first two requirements. And then once they go through the application, we do run a background scenario, and it is based on fit, the fit within the housing program as a whole. I can go into that if you needed to, but there's certain things that we just have to steer away from. So after that individual, a homie is selected to go into our program. We already mentioned there's a housing director, but also there's a daytime case manager who is there ready to go on site. A lot of us who are staffed at Be Able, we are the case manager as well. And then there's also a mentor. So each homie is surrounded with immediate eyes and support, which is crucial. Another crucial component is their individualized case management plan. We recognize that a lot of individuals have the need for employment. They have the need for mental health or physical health to bolster and get themselves back in order that way. These are things that take a lot of time to implement. Doctor's appointments, going through the paperwork at Pawnee, those type of things. So we are able to give the individuals a lengthy period of time. We recognized early one of the hurdles within this world of getting people into new housing is the immediate demand for money to pay for rent. So therefore, back up a little bit, we continually see individuals trying to get into the variations of supportive housing in Manhattan or other communities. They can't come up with the money. So it just takes a long time for those specific people to earn that money needed. So what we've done is built in a kind of an individualized approach for the rent that is due. Typically, rent is $130 per week that is expected. However, we also know that some people, they can't afford that right away. So they have a built-in grace period. So again, that's individualized based on situation.
We require employment, regular sobriety meetings, if that's what's called for in their case planning, weekly meetings with their case manager. It's all designed to propel people forward. So I just want to really appreciate your support. This is huge for us, that you guys see us as a critical organization in our community. And if you guys have any questions, we would love to answer them.
So far, how long to be able in there?
September of 2020 is when we opened our doors.
Everything you accomplished.
Yeah. Is that a good thing or bad thing?
It's a great thing.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
And we have big vision.
The need is so prevalent. And transactionally or resource wise, our community is very generous with giving individuals those resources that are needed. They're out there. But the root of the issues of either poverty or just individuals finding their agency once again, it takes a long time to do that. And there's a lot of people who are going through those circumstances.
Yeah.
What question is on the apartments or rooms, whatever you said? Do they have individual kitchens, or is there a group kitchen in each house?
So we have 3 properties. Among those 3 properties, 9 units. And so 9 kitchens, 9 bathrooms, or actually more than that, of course. And then the occupancy is 2 per room. And we do that intentionally. Addiction loves isolation. And so there's that built-in accountability in each one of the rooms there.
I really applaud what you're doing over there. It's really amazing that in 5 years you've built it like this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you. It takes support from you all as well. That gives us the clout and the ability to continue to move forward.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you, friends.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was thinking Megan was gone, yeah.
Morning. Good morning, Commissioners. Jesse Hubbard, Administrative Assistant with Riley County Community Corrections. I'm here to go over 2 things with you, and I think I have them in the wrong order on my things. So we just want to do a staff.
Size and lift the top.
Oh.
Get it all.
Yes, thank you. That, can you see that, or a little bit bigger?
Yeah.
For our juvenile intake and assessment, we completed 20 intakes in October. 16 of those were in Riley County and 4 of those were in Clay County. Of those 20, 8 were released to a parent or guardian. 6 were placed with a relative or a family friend. 2 were released to DCF contract staff. 2 placed in an emergency shelter and 2 placed in detention. In our, youth court,
IIP. Our numbers were down a little bit. We only had 19, which is still plenty. They had a position open in the county attorney's office, so there was a little bit of delay in getting some. So our numbers in August were a little higher as that reflection, but those do tend to go up and down. And we still are waiting on referrals in Clay County, so we're at 0 there. For juvenile intensive supervision, we currently have 21, 20 in Riley County and 1 in Clay County. 12 of those in Riley County are on intensive supervision, 5 in a correctional facility, 1 on conditional release, and 2 in the ICJ, while the one that we have in Clay County is on conditional release. For adult supervision, our numbers continue to increase. We're sitting at 114 for the month of October, with 93 active, 4 in treatment and 17 in jail. So 114 active total, but 93 that are not in treatment or in jail. And we have an additional 33 that are absconded. For the Adult Recovery Court, which started in February of 22, we had 20 participants in October, 19 in Riley County and 1 in Clay. To date, we've had 65 participants, 19 that have graduated from Riley County and 8 that have graduated from Clay County. And unfortunately, we have had 18 that have been removed or revoked from recovery court. On November 18th, 2025, the Manhattan City Council did approve the grant agreement previously approved by this commission in the amount of $30,000 to be used for recovery court. That's going to be their opioid settlement money. So we were excited to get that. And then we have applications due on December 15th, 2025 for an FY 2026 specialty court funding opportunity, which I will talk about in a minute. And maybe it wasn't the right order. I just went past it. I'm sorry. Okay. So in October of 2021, Riley County Community Corrections was awarded the 4-year Bureau of Justice Affairs grant to fund the 21st Judicial District Recovery Court Program. And that grant is scheduled to end on March 31st, 2026. So we're seeking new funding opportunities. The Office of Judicial Administration, the OJA, announced the opening of the FY 2026 Specialty Court Funding Application period. This potential funding opportunity would assist in covering the costs of a variety of services provided to recovery court participants, including transportation, housing, vocational training, and other services that would be able to reduce barriers to success. In addition, this funding could assist in paying for client incentives and recovery court supplies, as well as staff training. The maximum award is $30,000 that we can apply for. There will be an additional grant opportunity in the spring of 2026, and I believe they're planning on doing it semi-annually after that, as long as funds are available. So we are requesting permission to apply for the 2026 specialty court funding opportunity.
Okay. Thoughts, questions? Yeah. Motion. Okay. I make a motion that we approve the Riley County Community Corrections application for the FY 2026 specialty court funding opportunity.
Second that.
Been moved and seconded to approve Riley County Community Corrections to apply for the fiscal year 2026 specialty court funding opportunity. All in favor?
Right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to do today before I get ready to leave, so I'm just trying to roll it through my brain.
Where are you going? Where are you going for Thanksgiving?
I'm going back home, got making a pit stop tomorrow night in Bloomington.
Oh, that's right.
No, you'll be here. You aren't gonna be here Monday or you will be here.
I won't be here Monday. I'll be on Zoom. Should be a pretty good game tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's good play. I just hope they keep it together all season.
It's fun to watch anyway.
That could be a fun season.
Yeah.
For sure.
I want to see us get a little better defensively in the half court. That'll help a lot, but some of that takes time. I think we're okay.
Yeah, everyone else worked on shooting, no one's
Yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be those nights where like the last couple of games where we don't shoot very well, we gotta figure it out. Yeah.
Commissioners, Jacob Hanson, Riley County Councilor here. There's not much to update you all on as far as any large tasks go. I talked about Keats last time. And just kind of to reiterate, we're pretty much ready to put together the final amount of documents to get the bids out there. And then that will be followed up with an eminent domain action likely, unless we can get some cooperation from the folks there. So we can put a sewer line on the property, which I'm sure they would appreciate. Most of the folks that we'd have to do eminent domain on just simply aren't. We can't find them. You know, one of them might be in a nursing home, another one somewhere else. Just you know, that's what's causing this. So it's not, we don't have, aside from one individual who is actually against having a sewer line put in. So That's Keats. We continue to move forward with our criminal nuisance abatement cases. We have, of course, a trial on one of those at the end of December that myself and Michael are going to be preparing for extensively tomorrow. We're going to be spending most of the day getting all those details in order, as well as we all have a potential trial here at the beginning of December as well. And those are for two relatively notorious properties in the county that have been asked about by the public for some time. So one way or another, we're going to get some movement. Those are really the larger projects that we have going on, or at least some of the more impactful ones outside of our normal day-to-day contract review and things of that nature. One thing I might note too, I was planning on going to the intergovernmental luncheon today, but I have a meeting afterwards with RCPD that I need to get some things tied down on. So I'm probably just not going to go to the intergovernmental today, unfortunately. Aside from that, do you all have any questions for me on any particular projects? All right, thank you, Commissioners.
We have some unfinished business to do, don't we?
That's right. We don't need to.
Man, can't forget about the last game of the year.
Wasn't even on my radar.
Say no.
Well, she was just kind of casting.
Yeah.
You still live now.
Yeah, I could still wear.
Not if you go straight.
Shoot.
Call it.
Oh, that's right.
And it's at home, senior day,
Yeah, I
for what it's worth.
Oh, we're gonna win this one.
We've got to.
And I'll tell you what was so impressive to me about this past weekend, no victory and loss, but I mean, to play that good against even the only so-called professional announcers at the beginning before our game started said no one in college football wants to play Utah. And we did it without our main offensive lineman, main defensive lineman, main linebacker, main running back, and main receiver. And everyone that all season long has said we just don't have the talent.
Yeah, that's,
We got the talent.
it was like, watching it was like, who's this guy?
We're doing a lot of second string guys.
Yeah.
Best team in the nation.
You know, under normal circumstances, this is why I say I get frustrated with college football. Under normal circumstances, that's gonna be great for 2026, but how many of them are gonna stay? I mean, we're gonna,
Here a lot.
I hope,
So,
I hope.
doing, last was this game.
I thought everything that you saw out of coach and administration after the game, I thought said a lot. Said a lot about the season, said a lot about where we're at. Gonna say a lot about where we're heading, I think, too. So that's a good sign. So
What do you say, John?
I'm gonna say 31-17 Cavs.
Done. Okay. Very.
Even consider,
You don't have anything about it.
That's why I'm putting no thought into it.
I'll go 35-10.
Like,
Geez, you gotta kill me. Catherine always claims she puts no thought in it. I think she has a line in the bookie.
Oh, she's got that.
Skip the cat. We're doing the Jacob. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, George runs for this back to all.
Yeah, she does.
You're the one that has the inside connections.
Yeah, I don't do no good.
Oh, goodness. I don't know. It's
You say that every, we're tired of hearing that.
I forgot to call my bookie this morning.
Caught you off guard.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go, after the performance on Saturday, I'm gonna say K-State, 42, Colorado, 37.
35-14. Sandwich in between two of them, so don't look good for me.
45,
45, 30. Sounds good. Let's just hope to get a win.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. And I hope it stays, hope it's not raining.
Very good chance. There's some weather that's Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I'm hearing a mixture of all kinds of stuff.
There's potential, it sounds like. It's gonna be a doozy.
Maybe like that Iowa State game a few years ago.
The good thing is I might go to this game, it's another fan game weekend, so we get training, and that's all indoors.
Doing your family.
Well, I'll be watching it from Kentucky. It's 11 o'clock too,
Yeah.
so it's gonna.
No, it's 11.
Yeah, it's 11 a.m.
Yeah, and it was a late announcement. Here.
It's 11 a.m. Well, pray for me tomorrow night. I'll be a purple and lavender dot in a sea of red and cream.
For the purple crowd,
I am. I'll be screaming loud.
raise home win.
Mhm. I realized I was thinking about it. I don't think I've ever been to a K-State road basketball game. For as many years as I've been here, I don't think I have.
I'd like to go to like maybe tournaments in Kansas.
I've done that, but that's not really a true road game to me, so.
Yeah.
That's kind
I
of
just like those tournament atmospheres.
yeah.
I've done 1 year.
Been in Nebraska and. Oh, KU. They're both KU.
I've seen it.
My boss in Leavenworth had tickets,
Mm-hmm.
that season tickets.
So that's the atmosphere.
I've seen a girls game in Allen, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Women's game there last year.
Yeah, my daughters played in Allen, they played for Washington, so I've been there for that.
Okay, well, everybody have a safe and wonderful Thanksgiving. If you're traveling, be safe. So on and so forth.
Okay, so we, adjourn after. Okay, I would make a motion to adjourn the November 24th meeting after our intergovernmental luncheon.
Second. Moved and seconded to adjourn the meeting after the luncheon. All in favor?
We're gonna have to get